Joe Klatt released his I call it his way too early top 25 college teams after spring ball. So at least he waited till after the spring. I can't say the same for other publications that had it out in like March. Some interesting things he's got on here. He's got a lot of faith in Penn State. He's got them ranked number 1. He said Drew Aller is really good, and the Penn State defense is as well. My question: who is Drew Aller throwing the ball to?
Who's the head coach?
Are they going to get over the hump? They're always like right there every year.
He has never, ever won the big game.
Never.
Exactly.
Ever. They're always top 5, top 7, top 10.
Top 10.
And then they get beat up by their bigger brothers, Ohio State and that team up north. Every single year. It's the same story. He can't get it done.
And there's been some years where Purdue's given them problems, or Indiana's given them, like they have, had spurts where I thought, okay, they're getting it figured out, and then they'll drop one to somebody that you just go, what is going on?
And this was their best shot this last season, I think.
100%.
And then Notre Dame was who they lost to in the semifinal round, right?
And I think he just got out coached in that game. I think the roster matched up really well. I just think he got out coached. And I think that's been a trend. And listen, there's nothing wrong. You can still give him a lot of credit and give him his flowers that he has really built an impressive program at Penn State. Yes. But he may not be the guy that can get you to the next, spot. He may not be that guy.
James Franklin is who everybody thinks Ryan Day is.
100%.
That's the story here. And it's funny. It's always funny to me, being the resident Buckeyes fan, that, Penn State's always got this kind of preseason hype and all this stuff. And Drew Aller's the next coming of, whatever great quarterback. It's just every year I'm always like, all right, that's fine. Week 9 or whenever it is that comes around, that's when Ohio State plays Penn State. I'm always like, I'm cool as a cute. I'm more nervous playing Purdue sometimes. I'm more nervous playing Indiana sometimes than I am playing Penn State, because I just know how the game's going to end, because it's the same thing every single year. They had the game won against Ohio State this year and still lost. So it's just,
I think this year will be deja vu again. I'm looking at it right now. Last year they went 13-3 and 8-1 in conference, made it to the playoffs. Looking at their 2025 schedule right now, and yeah, I mean, probably going to lose to Ohio State again. Could lose to Rutgers and Nebraska, maybe even Indiana. Yeah, it's looking like deja vu again. How are they ranked number 1? I would love to hear.
Well, and I got a hot take about who Penn State needs to go out and get if they want to make the next jump. And it's the guy trying to resurrect that dead program down there in Nebraska. Because Matt Rule's job he took over at Nebraska, a lot harder than the job James Franklin took over at Penn State. From a program where the program sat. Now, he took over with a lot of craziness off the field. But whatever you want to say about Joe Pa and all that, program was still in better shape than what Matt Rule took over at Nebraska.
That's a good point.
So listen, Penn State, if you're on the hunt, the guy down in Nebraska that's got a real tough job, he probably jump. All right, number 2, he's got Texas. He got a lot, man. There's a lot. That program is,
their whole offense is gone.
Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, yeah, you got Arch. But man, they got a lot of pieces to replace. Ohio State at number 3. Until somebody shows me they can beat them, that's probably who I'll have at number 1 for the majority of the season. Oregon at number 4. I do think them. I do think long term, them in the Big Ten, I do think we will see Oregon win a national championship at some point in the next 10 years.
We could, yeah. I think
so close.
They just can't give up 34 points in the first half to the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, they got to handle SEC and Big Ten teams better.
Clemson at number 5. Cade Klubnik. He is all about Cade Klubnik, and they're in the same boat with Pac-12 teams. It's just you look at ACC schedule. I don't know that you're going to have. I don't know that you're going to have enough battle tests by the time you get to a playoff. Like who on the ACC schedule is going to punch them in the mouth at any point this season?
I mean, the only team that comes to mind would be North Carolina, but it's just because I have a lot of faith in their head coach.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, do they have the players to handle it? And also, Dabo Swinney's broken. There's something wrong with Dabo. And will it manifest again this season? Who knows?
And, Miami's a little bit of a mystery. So you have no idea if, he has them ranked at 11, Miami, but I don't know. Notre Dame at 6. It would be fun for college football to see Notre Dame win a national championship.
Yeah.
And I love their head coach. I just think Marcus Freeman is a builder of men. He's so old school.
He's a great guy. If they win, we got to bring Ricky back on.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, man.
LSU at 7, Garrett Nussmeier. Steve talks about it all the time. You want to go, well, is Garrett Nussmeier the guy? And then you look at the track record at LSU last 4 years and you go, he might be.
He really could be.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I like how Joel pointed out the year 2s of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels both.
Yep.
I don't necessarily know if that's true. They do, but I don't know if Nussmeier is
not Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I don't think he's either of those guys. Joe Burrow had like 1,000 touchdowns that last season he played there.
Yep.
I don't know if he's got that in him, but we'll see. I mean, they've always got firepower everywhere on the field.
Georgia at 8, Alabama at 9. This is a big year for Alabama. Needs to. That seat's going to start getting hot.
Very.
So they need to figure it out. Illinois
at 10.
Illinois at 10. That makes me feel good. I'm not a fan of that team, but it just makes me feel good. The Illinois.
Brett Bielema.
A sneaky dark horse this season. We'll see.
Wasn't that your pick for dark horse this year, Steve? A few episodes ago.
Yeah, it's my first one. And then I'm still looking at Oklahoma and Louisville. Those could be interesting 2 and 3 dark horses for sure.
And then we'll run real quick through the rest of them. South Carolina at 11. I like Shane Beamer. I like Beamer football. It's fun to watch. Michigan at 12. They will be starting a true freshman. Highly touted for true freshman, but they're still going to be starting a true freshman. Florida, DJ Lagway, former 5-star. So time for him to either make it happen or not. BYU, I think, as far as the Big 12 goes, outside of Arizona State, I don't see them having a whole lot of problems winning that conference. So that could be interesting. Arizona State at 15, Kansas State at 16, Iowa State at 17, all the Big 12 schools. Miami at 18. This is Carson Beck. If they make it anywhere, it's going to be because Carson Beck resurrects his career at Miami. A&M at 19, Ole Miss at 20. I think Ole Miss will surprise a lot of people, but they are losing Dart, Trey Harris, Walter Nolan, Chris Paul Jr.
Three of those guys all went in the first round.
That's rough.
That's
rough. Like we lose a lot every year. Yeah, you don't lose 3 first-rounders every year, though.
Yeah, that's the part that's going to be tough.
Indiana at 21, Auburn at 22. That'll all depend on, is Jackson Arnold really the guy that everybody thought he was coming out of high school? We're about to find out. Iowa at 23. Iowa going to be in the top 25 for the eternity of humanity. It just is the way it is. Put Iowa somewhere in the top 25 because they will beat a bunch of people up and win some really close football games.
The way that the Big Ten used to be built too, they were going to be in the Big Ten championship every single year.
I used to hate that, the way that they seeded in that conference. I was like, this is so stupid. We know with Iowa playing somebody way more talented than for the Big Ten championship every year.
Yeah.
Baylor at 24, Oklahoma at 25. So there's Joe Klatt's way too early top 25. Next week on the show, we'll give our picks for who we think is going to make the college football playoff, at least first round. But there you go. If you have any qualms with it, that's Joe Klatt's thing. That's not our thing.